Oh, by the way, we're here with Teri Hatcher, Andrea Bowen, and Teri's real-life daughter, Emerson Tenney. The reason I get excited, I got home last night and we finished work around 7 and I was with my daughter and we ran home and she had 3 days worth of homework to catch up on. And I stayed up till 10 o'clock at night and I begged this tutor to help me online and she kindly did because anyone who can do their kids' homework with them, I can't do it. It's a very overwhelming. And I just felt so lucky to be supported because I just want to get it right for the girls.
Right, right. But and I mean, that last part of it, you have to give yourself the forgiveness and the grace of the times that you're not going to get it right. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and within marathons, you're going to have good miles and not good miles. I've run 2, I know. You end up with this.
I was going to say, what's your advice to moms, of what you needed growing up?
I think my mom had a really good balance of being there for me, feeling like I could come to her with any question and she wanted to support me, but also letting me be my own person, even when that meant letting me own my own failures sometimes. And then, really own my own successes, of course, when I had those, and feel like they were mine, and also feel like it wasn't the end of the world. We talked about this on the podcast, actually. The idea that she used to always say this to me when I would have a test because I would get so nervous. I'm very type A. I want to do it right. I want to get the right grade. And she would say to me, a test is just a reflection of what you know on the day you take it. It's not indicative of who you're going to be in the future, what knowledge you're capable of acquiring after.
How happy you're going to be,
if you're a good person.
Okay, we have to go to dinner.
I need this.
Yeah, I'm full of them.
I mean, to be surrounded in this going into your motherhood, I'm so happy
I know.
for you.
I'm so grateful. I can't even tell you. It is such a beautiful chapter to be starting and to get to do it with both of them so present in my life right now is really special. Rewatching the show as a mom-to-be and as a 35-year-old woman when, as we mentioned, I started it at 13, is a really cool lens to have. And I was telling them the other day when we were recording, I feel like I'm learning from the characters, the women on the show, good and bad. Of course, there's so many crazy things that happen on the show, which I'm like, okay, don't do that.
But that's why people love it.
But it's a really cool experience, yeah. And to have gotten so fortunate to have a TV mom who entered my life when I was 13 and all of these years later have become such a huge, important, vital part of my life, and our relationship is so strong. And the fact that I got to grow up alongside Emerson, I'm just a walking, pumping heart all the time right now. It's beautiful.
I mean, this is a great world to live in. I, as a woman and a mom, I want to be with you guys, and thank God for your podcast. You actually can feel like you're enveloped in the three of you. How did you have the spine and the wherewithal to try stand-up comedy? That would bring me to my knees.
Okay, well, I had not been dating a lot, but then I was starting to date. This is quite a few years ago. And, as you age, they tell you, you don't know what happens down there. It changes. And I didn't know. So I went to my doctor, my gynecologist, Dr. Johnson. He actually is named Dr. Johnson.
Oh, my God.
And so he's giving me an exam, and he's down there rooting around. And I'm sort of thinking, how do I say this? How do I say this? How do I say this? And I finally blurted out, does it look like a guy would have a good time there? and he kind of backs away, and he looks at me, and he goes, Teri, you have a totally average vagina. And of course, I'm like, okay, well, is that a C? Because I'm an A student, and I don't know about that.
No, we know where it comes from.
Or, where does it fall on the scale? And anyways, so I later that day went to a cocktail party where Brett Goldstein was there. I never met Brett before, but as my daughter would tell you, I have become a massive oversharer. And everywhere.
Ask how her day is at the grocery store.
Yeah,
you are not getting out of there.
Well, again, this is why we need to go to dinner, Teri, because I am human spilkus as well.
Right. Well, so it's we're having cocktails, and he goes, how was your day? Basically, hi, nice to meet you, how was your day? And I was like, well, my doctor, and I told him the whole story, and he said, you need to get into comedy. So it was really him who kind of started the whole thing.
Well, take a look at this.
Hi Teri, it's Brett. I'm really glad to hear you started doing stand-up. Tell us your best and your worst gig, please.
Wow! Well, first of all, that's so sweet. I'm such a big fan of his also. Okay.
Thank goodness for him. Thank goodness for him opening that door to you. And by the way, I cannot say enough about your podcast because these are the kinds of conversations we're all aching to have. Funny, honest, irreverent, soulful, interesting, built for and by people who have and maintain deep, meaningful relationships. Come on. I mean, does it get better than that? You can listen, by the way, to their podcast, Desperately Devoted, on all major podcast platforms. And then I think I have something for you.
Oh my God, it's loud.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, Angel. So here you go. We'll just make the room here. Thank you. Is it hot? Careful.
Okay, it's hot.
All right.
Look how pretty
Kelly
that is.
green
That
cookware
is
is
just
right there. And then this is a whole set, and I'll box it up for you.
I can't
there
wait
are only
to-
500 made.
I can't.
She's going to use this every
Should I even use it? I mean, it feels so special.
matches your kitchen.
I know. I
It
can't
matches your
wait.
kitchen.
I'm going to send you a picture with this in my kitchen.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Wait, Brett Goldstein had a question for you, and I
He
was
said, what was my best and worst gig?
Yeah.
So the best gig was actually my first gig for Showtime. I did my stand-up at the Irvine Improv in a show with a bunch of other really brilliant women comedians called Funny Women of a Certain Age. So that's on Showtime. It went really well. I wrote my first 20 minutes. The biggest compliment I got was that one of my comedian friends, the first thing they said to me is, "Who wrote that for you?" And I was like, I wrote it, you know, and that was like a big compliment. And the truth is, I haven't had the worst gig yet.
All right, you can cook, you can do comedy, and you can conquer it all. Those are the 3 C's. Check out the podcast, Desperately Devoted, on all major platforms. And Andrea and Emerson, thank you. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Oh, my